Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Strutter Chip. I'm back with another winter brace of brand new content here to talk to you guys about a deck profile I did here. It's called Bojack Card Control. That's what I call the deck here. Looking pretty cool. I decided to do it because my roommate just came up with an idea to do a Bojack deck. I saw it, I thought it was interesting, and I decided to come up with my own version of it here. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about this stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the leader. I mean, this leader's okay. Don't get me wrong. I mean, perfectly, I wouldn't really play it a lot. You know what I mean? I usually play leaders that I'm actually a fan of because I'm a fan of that card. But this Bojack leader is not that bad at all. It's actually pretty cool. It could probably be pretty fun to play with too. So since Bojack has automatic once per turn, when a Bojack card is played in your battle area, you draw one, then the card gains a 5k boost for the duration of the turn. So it's technically at 15k. When you play this card, automatic when you combo with one of your cards during your turn, if your combo area has two or more Bojack Brigade cards that you combo from your battle area, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it, which is pretty good. That could be a good or bad thing, really, honestly, because I'm both a pro and a con in between it. Because when you give your opponent, when you KO some of his cards, you can probably help him summon other cards, especially if they have overwhelm. You can probably help them use some of their effects here, such as maybe sparking, whatever. That these things can maybe benefit them or not benefit them. That's just the point of the game here. It's all whatever playstyle you have. So you KO one of his cards, then you negate the skill for the duration of the turn. I always look at those when they do that, is when they put an auto skill there, and then they'll kind of like, it seems like they forgot to put automatic once per turn. That would make sense for them to have that, but I think they made up for it with the wording here. Negates the skill for your duration of turn, means you can only do it once per turn. And it says Awakening. When you have 4 life left, you flip this card over, so it doesn't have any effects to it when you flip it over, which kind of somewhat sucks. I wish it at least said untap 1 energy and then draw 1. I think that'd be cool. Or at least untap 2, but the way the game is going, I can see they want to slow down the pace of the game. Also, untapping energy can definitely extend some turns, so don't get me wrong, it's not like people haven't found ways to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, play, to extend it, pretty much to still shut down, to still shorten the game the way it is, because, I mean, you can beat somebody in 4 turns in this game, technically. And then we have an Awakening. Once the Awakening has a skill level to it as well. Basically, you can combo with things in rest mode from your battle area. It has to be from your battle area. Automatic, once per turn, pretty much when you have one of your Bojack Brigade cards in the battle area, you draw one. So you at least have to have a Bojack Brigade in the battle area. And most of the time, you're going to have that. Not combo area, battle area, you draw one. And pretty much has the same effect as the other one. You combo with one of your cards during your turn, and it comes from the battle area. At least have to be 2 Bojack Brigades. Pretty much you pop in a card that's in rest mode, and then negates the skill for the duration turn, so it does the same exact thing. Let's go ahead and talk about the cards and talk about why I chose it. So with this deck, you can pretty much win at least by turn 4. At that, by turn 4, you can at least win, or 5. You can pretty much end the game 4 or 5. Definitely by 6, the game's gonna be over. Between 4 to 6 turns, the game's gonna be over. So as you can see, I have Son Gohan pretty much ready for a match. When you play this card, battle card with an energy cost of 4 or less, switch it to rest mode. Now this is not a card you want to have on your first turn. You want to use this card whenever the time comes necessary for it. Whenever you see stuff that's on the field that you don't like, you don't want it to be played or used, you're going to use this card to counter that, and then you want to probably KO that card too as well. But I have cards for that, so some of them that can help out. Then we have your Space Pirate, Beto, or Bido, whatever you want to call it. You can only play one of these on the field. When you play this card, if your leader is a Bojack Brigade, which it is, you're looking at the top 5 cards, taking one from the top of it, then you shuffle the rest back into your deck. Okay, you shuffle your deck again. So that's, which is cool. Active main. You need to put this card in the drop area. You choose up to 5 cards, 5 Bojack Brigade cards with the energy cost of 2 less. In your drop, you shuffle that into your deck, which could be pretty useful. It counteracts that mill decks. I mean, mill decks won't work against this here because Janemba is just not going to work that well against this deck because of this card right here. And the other cards I have in my deck here as well. I have, if you saw it, I have a quick shift Gokwa as well, and that card pretty much allows you to just draw two. Allows you to draw two. Take two cards, put it into your deck, and draw two. But I'll talk about that soon. So we have the Space Chariot Bojack as well, another good card. When you play one of them on the field, this right here is a card you want to have on your first turn for your first draw. You want this card in your hand because it really help out. You can play this by turn 1, or you can play it by turn 2. Preferably you want to play it by turn 2. Turn 2 is good. So the Space Chariot Beto and Space Chariot Bojack, they're both cards, good cards to have. They're really, really good cards to have on your first and second turn. Same thing with the Space Chariot Gokwa as well. So, but I'm gonna go back from Bojack. So when you play this card, you're choosing a card, an energy card. Pretty much you put in a Bojack Brigade card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your hand, and then you're playing it, which is pretty good. You're playing it, which it's pretty dope. Pretty dope at that. So you're playing that Space Chariot Pirate Gokwa as well. You finally get to play that, and then also it says when you combo with this card from your battle area, if your leader is a Bojack Brigade card, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. You switch it to rush mode here, which is not bad as well. But you have to combo with this from your battle area, so it's not bad. Pretty good. So the Space Pirate Gokwa, pretty much when you play this card, if your leader is a Bojack Brigade card, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, and it can't switch to active mode until the end of the next turn. Very powerful. However, it doesn't work against barrier. Another thing to say about the weakness of this deck, because every deck that you're going to play, any deck that you build or going to play is not going to be perfect. They're all going to have pros and cons. Every single thing in this universe, pretty much, is a lesson, has a pro and con to it. Everybody, even a person, has pros and cons to it. That just all does. All of it does. But one of the weakness I'm seeing here with this deck is that if you're playing against a Black Mass Powered Saiyan, whatever Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan here, the Vegeta card, it's a Vegeta Black Mass Saiyan. That as long as that card's on the field, pretty much your opponent's discarding. You're discarding 2 cards if you do that. That's if you do that. However, that could benefit you. It could benefit you because then you have cards that's in the drop area that you don't need, that you're not able to play, but then you're also able to get these cards back due to getting other cards in your drop area, which you will see, so that could benefit you. However, that's only when you have the cards present in order for you to use it. But this Gokwa has an active main. Use one of your energies. Let's say you play this by at least turn 1 at that. You play this by turn 1. Now you have this Gokwa on the field. You preferably want to do it by turn 2. I think that, or at least turn 3 could be a good thing too. Turn 3 is a good thing. At that, turn 3 is a good thing, or even turn 4. Playing this card right here by turn 4 could be a good thing as well. You know what I mean? It could really be a good thing as well. It all depends on if you play it right. I haven't talked about plays, but you choosing one of your, you place this card in the owner's drop area. And then you're choosing, as long as your leader is a Bojack Brigade, which it is, you're choosing one of your Bojack cards that energy cost of 1, 3 or less from your hand, and you play it. So this right here, you get to play this Bojack Agent of Destruction, and also you get to play this Space Pirate Bojack as well if you would like to, which I'm going to get to into those cards pretty soon. Pretty good card, really good card. Just use this very wisely. You can use that by turn 1 if you want to. You can use it by turn 2 if you want to. Use it by. What's cool is I would think this would be a really good card to play probably by turn 3 would be good to play it by. I was gonna say turn 5, definitely turn 5 at that. It'll be a good card to play by turn 5. Then at turn 5, you have this. Pretty much you're gonna take that and get this Bojack. This Bojack you have however you want. You can use this one by turn. But let's say I said turn 5. You can do it by turn 5, or even turn 3. Or turn 4. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you did it by turn 4 at that. Sorry, I'm switching up the variables a bit. Use it by turn 4. Then you can play this. You know what I'm saying? Or or that, depending on the certain conditions of the battle. Let's say you played this here, then that's turn what 3 at that, and then by turn 4. What did I say? Didn't I say turn 4? Let's just go back to the cards. Let's just go. We go back to the cards because I'm confusing myself here a bit. Sorry. Alright, I'm getting too excited. So then we have our Vegeta striving to be the best. Here, pretty much when you play this card, you're KOing something that's in rest mode, and it ignores barrier and it KOs it regardless of what energy cost it is. It's still getting KO'd regardless. So you choose one of your opponent's battle cards with barrier in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and you KO it. And then you choose up to one of your energy and untap it, which could be pretty useful. Just use it for things that have barrier, because barrier cards, like for example, those deadly defender cards are one card you want to get rid of. You want to get those out the field. Vegeta striving to be the best is really good for that. Bojack, Agent of Destruction. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, you switch it to rest mode. Pretty good. So this compensates for that. They work together. And then you have active main 2. This could be pretty helpful. Just use it the way it needs to be used. Use just 2 energies. I mean, basically, you get to summon this really for free by what turn, whatever turn you're trying to do. But as long as you have this on the field and using 1 energy, then you're playing this. And you KOing something. You're switching some battle card that has barrier on it. Switch it to rest mode. It can't do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? Depending, you can make some pretty nasty stuff. If whatever like you desire, let's say you had 2 more energy left, play this, KO some card that he had on field that you didn't want it. If you wanted to, that's if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But don't get wrong, you can still use it to active main. This right here is active main. If this card is in rest mode, choose your opponent's leader, and it can't switch it to rest mode. Choose your opponent's leader and switch it to rest mode, and it can't be switched to active mode until the end of the opponent's next turn. Really good card, very helpful. And then this is just a super combo, pretty much sparking 5, which you're gonna put a lot of cards into your drop area. However, you know what? This could be replaced with 4 life or less. I think that would kind of work out a little bit better, because you're taking cards from your drop area too sometimes, which you'll be seeing in a bit. I think you're doing that, and you're placing it back into the deck. So I say 4 life or less may be actually better than this card. But Zunya is a pretty good combo, but I might replace it. Then we have the Space Treasure Bojack. This is another good card. This good card can stay on the field. So let's say, for example, it gets KO'd. You may instead place 1 Bojack card other than this card from your battle area into the drop area, so it could be a good thing. And when you play this card, you may choose 1 card in your hand, place it in the drop area. If you do so, then you choose up to one of your rival space pirates from your drop and add it to your hand. So let's say this has active main on it as well. Basically, you choose up to one of your Bojack Brigade cards with the energy cost of 2 or less from your deck, and you play it in rest mode. So that could be pretty useful too. As far as I'm understanding, I don't think you mess with anything in your. This is the only card I'm thinking I'm seeing you take cards from the drop area and place it in your hand. I think that one. No, actually, no, you don't. You choose 2 cards from your hand, put it into your deck, and you draw 2. Sorry, but let me just go back and what I'm saying. So we have our Clan of Terra Mecha Frieza. This can be used by turn 5. Like I said, at least 4 to 6 turns. I mean, the game is a wrap with the deck, as I said before. This has double strike on it, pretty good. When you play this card, your opponent reveals their hand, and you choose up to one of the battle cards among them, and you place that card in your battle area in rest mode. Now, keep in mind, this Mecha Frieza, this Clan of Terra Mecha Frieza, can be used in conjunction with Vegeta striving to be the best. Reason being, because I mean, let's say this is already on the field. You on turn 6, you play this. You see he had some card that was like some 6-drop card he had on the field that was probably kicking your ass. Then you play this here as well. Pretty much you're playing this in 1 energy. You KO that card that he had. You know what I mean? Now you have 3 more energies left over. If you like, you can do whatever you want with those 3 leftover energies. Maybe play I don't know, maybe play this, whatever it is, you can make it some pretty interesting stuff. But this right here is pretty good. You get to see their hand, get to see what they have in their hand too. Knowledge is power. So the more you know about what they have available, the more you know what they possible plans they can end up doing. So make a figure, returning, terror, another good card, dual attack. When you play this card, you may choose one card in your hand, place in the drop area. So this is another card you could put into the drop area. Place a card from your hand into the drop area. If you do so, you choose up to 2 of your opponent's rest mode battle cards and KO in it. Then this card gains double strike. So make sure you have at least 2 cards in rest mode. You're KOing those cards here. Perfect time for it. Dual attack, double strike. Pretty much giving you a good opportunity to put some damage down on your opponent ending the game. Really helpful. Very, very helpful. I decided to play with 2. Because I have 2 more of these Clan of Terror Mecha Freezers. You could play 3, so modify the deck as needed to be. It's up to you. Quick Shift Gokwa. Excuse me. When you combo with this card, as you know, if your leader's yellow, you may choose 2 cards from your hand and shuffle them in your deck, and you draw 2. Bojack, 8-drop Bojack here. Pretty much you're playing this card by turn 4. Turn 4, pretty much it really helps you out. Turn 4, then turn 4 it really helps you out. So when you play this card, if you have 5 or more, you have 5 or more life, you choose all your opponent's battle cards, all your opponent's cards, and switch them to rest mode. You choose all your opponent's cards and switch them to rest mode. Choose all your opponent's cards and switch them to rest mode, so they can't do anything here. And then when your opponent switches one of their cards, switch one of your cards in rest mode to active mode. If your leader's a Bojack Brigade, you choose sorry about that. Your leader, if your leader's a Bojack card, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and they send it to the ward, and that's automatic. It's not automatic once per turn. Anytime they're pretty much switching any card, it says when your opponent switches one of their cards in rest mode to active mode. So it can be energy, it can be battle cards, it can be leader cards. Then they're discarding one of their cards, sending it to the ward, making them have nothing to be able to use at that. Active main once per turn, you choose 1 Bojack Brigade card in your battle area, then you place it in the older drop area, and this card gains dual attack for the duration of the turn. Really good card as well. This is a really, really good card. You're striking at least twice that turn. You know what? I just thought about it that you may, if you really want to finish somebody off. I noticed I didn't put Furthering Destruction Chomper in it or Hidden Power East Supreme Kai. I think that could be pretty useful in this deck, especially if you're trying to get rid of him as quickly as possible. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to really do that as quickly as possible, you may want to probably do that. Then Arrival, Space Pirate. I just read this card off, I believe. You're choosing 1 Bojack Brigade card, energy cost 2 less from your deck. You're playing in rest mode. Battering Laser, placing 1 yellow card from your hand in the drop area, negating Flying Nimbus. When there's pretty much negates attack, you choose 1 yellow card, place it in the drop area. Opponent can only attack with 1 more battle card, so you want to do it for the leader. Do it for the leader, and that is it. Do it for the leader. That's what you do it for. Do that for the leader. They can't attack with that. They want to attack with 1 more battle card at that. Matter of fact, most of the time they probably won't be able to do that, because you may have an opportunity in which you have cards that they already have in rest mode. They attack with their leader. You negate the attack. They're going to choose 1 more battle card they have and attack with it. It's a possibility that they may not have anything to attack with, so it gives them no opportunity to do anything. And then we have Darkness Eye Beam here. This I put 2. You could put more, maybe 3 at the most would probably be tops. You're going to play that. Probably play more Flying Nimbers with Battering Rangers. This right here pretty good. All your opponent's battle cards get switched to rest mode. Really good card. You could play this deck with Crusher Ball, but you know, a lot of times I don't even really play with Crusher Ball like that. I don't really play with it like that, but you could do that. It still would be helpful with the deck as well. It's definitely a staple for a yellow deck. But this is pretty much the deck here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe. More content coming soon. And peace.